There's a class of children taught to fail by hard-headed, reluctant, disrespectful, bitter, ungrateful, clamorous, nagging. What's another word? One last word. Gossiping, out of line, out of place, out of time, untempered women who don't know their own nature and don't know a man's nature. See, some of these kids' mothers, it really hurt me. Like, dang, that's your mama? Dang. It's sad, bro. But knowing these kids are exposed to that helps me understand who they is. And I'm understanding what mothers want. Mothers don't want the kids that good. Mothers want their kids to be happy. That's all mothers want. And that is very chaotic. Shout out to the mothers who actually have their kids acting with some sense. Y'all the real ones. Back in the day, it used to be like that. Back in the day, mamas didn't play. Nowadays, mothers be mad when you say something about their own child. Like, hey, hold up now. Hold on. You know. And a lot of times people know. But at the same time, these mothers do be really hurt. Even then, they need accountability on how they act and how they carry themselves around their children, because they do got a whole nother little life they dealing with. I have a heart for these mothers, and I have a mind that understands these kids are exposed to too much. But some of these kids is being raised to despise men. I'm like, wow, taking on the souls of their mothers. I have to deal with some of them. It's not a lot. It's only about like maybe 3. But their energy is so like strong. It feels like I'm dealing with you know what I mean? Like when you deal with something that's kind of, you feel like it's beyond you, it takes you back, even if it's only 1 or 2 instances. There's a 3rd grade class where there's like a handful of little girls who they don't act like little girls, bro. And I don't know what's wrong with them on a spiritual level. I don't understand, bro. They got a rebellious spirit. Like, I'm very fair. I give people chances to do right. And it's like they just need a really good butt whooping by a man who cares about them. You can just tell when there's no male influence. And it's not, I'm at a point, I don't think it's just no male influence. I think it's just sometimes they just have too much of a female influence. A lot of times they're still babies, even though they're kids, they act like babies. And it's not cool. Like, you got to know how to, when a teacher's talking to you, look at the teacher. You have to know how to do what you're supposed to do at all times. You have to know how to focus on being a good kid, a good person. Other than that, I'm cool, man. I treat all the kids well. There's a couple kids I have problems with and who aren't even my students, which throws me off a lot. One child is a smart child, but this child just do weird things. She, when people hurt themselves, she smiles. Always smiling about something that happens that's not right. Whenever something bad happens, I look and she's smiling and happy about it. And I don't know what's wrong with that child. That troubles me a lot. That's the same child who plays with me a lot. I don't know. This child is acceptable by a lot of people, that's why I'm not trying to say nothing. Because I don't want to look no type of way. And I don't want to start nothing. And then my boss is a woman, and if I say something, the child's mother comes up, then my boss gonna turn on me, and it's all gonna be thrown at me. On top of that, I have some female coworkers who reinforce the disrespect, the bastardhood and ungratefulness, and the over-mothering of some of these kids. So it's just, it's like back against the wall. And then I got these instances that shouldn't even be big, but they're so big. They're so big because I got a lot of opposition on all sides.